picking up the poop from the front yard. Only one of our dogs uses the front dog yard for pooping, and that's our big girl Beans, and she has to use the front yard because if not, she'll eat the other dog's poop. She's our poop eater. So this is a way to have me babysat too as well. We have cameras over there, camera right there, and also a nanny cam. So we should be good. Thunder, silver thunder. As you can tell, we haven't done a lot with the front yard. We're just now starting to experience spring. It's not too long ago that there was still snow on the ground. So yeah, we don't get like a southern spring here. We get like a Pacific Northwestern spring, which means we don't know exactly when it's gonna show up, but we have to be prepared because one day is winter and then the next day you wake up and it's not. Say more I care. Oh, you're so beautiful. I think I love you. I'm always thinking of you. I'll do it all for love. I want you to know I'll do it all for love. I see you and me. Very well. This really helps as an nanny cam, guys. If you're like me, a disabled veteran, and you have a propensity to violence and things like that, and you also have one person that's trying to take care of you the most, it's good to have employee security systems. I'm not a danger all the time. I'm only a danger when those intrusive thoughts take over. And then I managed to mind those intrusive thoughts. Everyone has intrusive thoughts. I'm not the only one. But I think there's only a few of us with intrusive thoughts that go so far as planning out what to do at times. And it goes to not just a dangerous fantasy level, it goes to what do I have to do this? And then I have to stop and take a look at my behavior. Then I would show my husband what's going on, and then I'm put on watch. I don't want to hurt anybody, simply because I don't want to accidentally hurt anybody. Just because I have the desire to be violent doesn't mean I really want to be violent. Do you understand that? There are people around here every day fighting their baser tendencies. And my baser tendencies, I'm predisposed toward violence. A lot of it. And it's because how I grew up. I was raised with a lot of crazy. And as I got older, I just used denial to kind of deal with all of it. And as the denial kept going on, inside of me kept building this rage, this like incredible rage. And at first, I thought that, it's just a rage, it's just the way I feel. I'm not mean, I'm not gonna hurt anybody. Then I started losing time. Now that was the scary part for me. There's one thing to have rage issues, and issues where you can have pre-tendencies toward violence, but when you start losing time, that makes it a bit dangerous. That means that in those hours that I lost time, my behavior couldn't be accounted for. except for by someone who's watching me. And I've been told some extraordinarily horrifying things about myself within those times. I've done some things I regret. Not that I'm going to go into them here because I'm not here to traumatize people. I'm here to teach you mindfulness or try to help you with mindfulness. My violence didn't start until I was in my 20s. I was always picked on. You know, I was poor. So, of course, I smelled. I was raised by my dad, who was also, you know, my biggest hero and the person that molested me. So, my life was so full of trauma. And then, because kids are kids and most parents don't teach anti-cruelty these days, your kids are in school bullying children like me. And then they wonder why when I become an adult, and I realize I have the power to take revenge, I wonder why these people are surprised. You cannot, even a dog will eventually bite you back if you keep hurting it. The thing is, once I started biting back, I didn't know how to stop. Spent a lot of time at truck stops in my mid-20s. And nope, it wasn't because I was a lot lizard. I spent a lot of time in truck stops to hear backstories of people who actually went through with some of the things on my mind. And I can tell you, the people who do this most, long haul drivers, people like that, they're never in one area long enough. You don't leave evidence. And so, for a while I was thinking about being a long haul driver. It was easier back in the day when hitchhiking was very, very big. And you could just pick up hitchhikers back in the 60s, 50s, and 60s. Being a serial killer then, that shit was easy. Before all this Hispanic shit. Hell, even in the 2000s, really, for an over-road truck driver, being a serial killer wasn't difficult at all. You never look the same. You're going from city to city. And if you're a person who likes to play dress up, you know, like I do, you can always put on a different wig. You can put some darker makeup on. You can put some lighter makeup on. Nobody will even know you're there, especially if you don't have a criminal record. In and out. And I lived a nomadic life like this until my husband, when I was in my 30s. Well, when I was exactly 30. And he helped me channel that rage by making himself the target of it a lot. To protect others, he fell on a lot of bullets. One of those things hard to explain. I probably shouldn't have I have 2 kids. But had I known more about myself then, I probably wouldn't have been somebody who gave birth, or I might have given my children up for adoption a lot earlier, and especially since I didn't give them up for adoption, they were taken, but they were taken by their father. But if I had an opportunity to give them up for adoption to a nice family that could have raised them in love instead of the horror show they were raised in, now that I'm cognitively clear, that's what I would have done. I don't regret my kids at all. I regret that I couldn't give them any type of stability or anything like that because I didn't have it. You can't give somebody you don't have. I wasn't stable. I spent most of my days, in a haze of remembering and not remembering. And then those violent outbursts. You don't want violent outbursts around your children. Sometimes even your kids don't know that sometimes you're doing things to protect them, even when it seems like you're being cruel. when I started feeling extraordinarily violent, I would yell at my kids. And this is before I got married to my first husband, when I still had him. Well, before I got married to my last husband. And my boyfriend at the time, his name was Bump. He lived Bump Park Place. That's my nigga. He's still gonna be my friend forever. I don't care what he say. But he would take the kids and take them to an arcade. And sometimes when he come home, I just beat my fist into his back, scratch his back up, and just anything to get that rage out. Anything to get that rage out. And I found that violence was getting me more results than kindness. Y'all gonna hear some country blowing and they not blowing up your nose. I keep me a nose rag. It's spring, so you know that spring weather started getting to you. New growth and shit. This rag hurts. It's full of freaking dried up weed from my Nice at the sideline saying that my kid. Now, it won't take but 2 seconds for me to have been in public with this, jamming, and somebody to sneak up behind me, and the first thing I would do in a parking lot was swing this bitch this way and come up your dick this way. And those are things I think of even when I'm outside doing this. People are like, oh, you can clean poop. Maybe you go clean poop in a parking lot. Would you trust me cleaning poop in a parking lot with your child? With the things that go through my head? And it's not because I want to do them. It's impulse control. And my impulses are darker. My love is real. My love is pure. My love is clean. And that's why I control my impulses. Because the day I stop doing that is the day I stop being good. It's the day I lose all my immunity. And I'm already holding on to the shirts I have. So I'm going to keep that up. By any means necessary. I find other ways to get off of my more violent and debased pleasure. I built my own world for that. When I was a teenager, or back in the life when I was like living that life hard, I used to keep BDSM slaves for a while. And because it was consensual, right? And so I used to keep BDSM slaves in order to take out my aggression on. I had one BDSM slave for a while who taught me gentleness. And I didn't want to hurt him. It's never sexual. It's not the sex that was in BDSM literature. It was more of the ability to cause someone pain and to comfort them afterwards, I may want to hurt you, but I do want you to feel better afterwards. I wanted to be the person that caused the pain and the person that brought the comfort. And I wanted to do that consensually. So I got into BDSM for a while. For years, I was a submissive for hire. Before I got any type of mental health or mental therapy, I was an escort. Hell, you can look it up. I think in Virginia still some of the stuff is out there. I worked with Avenue X a lot. I was Ebony Lace, or Kimberly Love, whoever you knew her as. That was me. Perfect submissive experience. The whole time, I'm thinking about how much I hate that man and how I wish I could double up the pain that he was giving me. And when I became a master, I did. I don't play in that world anymore because I'm too sick for it. Sick people should not play in the BDSM world. You shouldn't say you should. I don't say shouldn't get off other people's pain. I'm saying if you get off too much, you shouldn't be in that game. Oh yeah, not yet. Look what I found in there. You got your gloves on?
No.
I
I got.
I got a piece of hematite and I can't pick it up right there. Yeah. This might be one we lost with a
It is.
ceremony or something.
It definitely is. Good watch.
Yeah, and I was like, ooh, I want that hematite, but I'm not. Yeah, thank you. I wasn't finna go get it until I had some gloves on.
I get it. I definitely got gloves on.
They never finished this dang bone. It's just sitting here like an old exhibit.
Yeah. We should transfer it to the backyard museum.
Seriously. That man I hide nothing from. He sees all of this. He knows my past. Anybody could know how awful of a person I was before and still love me? Yeah, 16 years. 16 years of living with someone with these psychotic features, being unwittingly caught up in situations he shouldn't be caught up, experiencing both mental and physical pain from someone he thought he knew loved him. But I couldn't come out of the dark. Some of the times I'd black out and it would be terrible. I'd wake up after a date or something and it would be like a date for like a BDSM torture session or something. And there'd be so much blood and I wouldn't understand why there was so much blood. And then I'd see the person I was I was training crying in the ball and just sitting there looking at me. And I have to wonder if they said the safe word. And I always ask and they say no. And they like, I did, but most of the times they said they didn't say it because they didn't feel like they could. Because it was something in me that looked lost. Like I'd lose myself to what I was doing. So I won't allow myself to be a torturer anymore. Nobody's torturing, not ever again. It brings out the more debased and vile parts of my nature. And if I'd even let my demons play like that, they might take over. Oh, I can't believe one master did all this poop, man. She's the only one that poops out here. And that we only let her come poop in the front yard because she eats the other dog's poop. That's so annoying. And then she'll come in the house and throw up all that poop she ate all over my floor. And then my house smells like throw up and shit. So now she has her own private poop yard. Notice you, noticing me. Noticing me. Dangerous, dangerous, that girl is a bad girl, yeah. She's so dangerous, dangerous, bad girl, yeah. My black snake bone. Notice you, noticing me. Noticing you, noticing me. That girl is so dangerous, dangerous. That girl is a bad girl, yeah. That girl is a bad girl, yeah. Everything that look good ain't good for you. Always remember that. People walk around in this world thinking they're safe because they think they know. They really know the people they're with. But I can tell you right now, 95 of the thoughts I have, until they become dangerous, I don't share with my husband. Why would I want to fill him with that kind of darkness? Notice you, noticing me. I reserve sunshine and rainbows for one personality in this soul, and that's Pickle. Everybody else can get all the smoke. Mm. You guys like this, family? Woo! Clumsy as hell still too. Probably have thrown in the shower yesterday. Look at snack. You have credit card. Back. You're right. You can stay now. Just bank. You know, the whole with the crowd be. Who knew? Who you? Who you? Who knew? Who knew? Who you? Who knew? You got to have society. I am hip hop high society. But I came on my shoe. Side juice. Get down there, grab it like you're ready to day in. Like you're crazy to bed. Well, Trevor with the crowd, who knew? And who knew? Who you? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Who knew? Hip hop high society. I am hip. Whew. Okay, guys, I'm starting to break that sweater out. The sun's coming out. Time to get off that sweater. Give me a second. Sometimes you come out here in the daytime, you're like, okay, I don't need no freaking long sleeve shirt in early in the morning, but you do. It's still tricky weather out here. It goes from being really cold to being hot. You see that sun beaming down? That's life. This is what I mean about keeping my world small. My yard's my yard. Anything that comes in my yard is prey. This is my territory. I've marked it. Blood, sweat, and tears. You come in my territory, You're prey now. And I have no rules for that. Unless you were invited, I can eat you. That's the other thing I like about living in the country. I remember one of my neighbors came to my yard, stood right in my face, and threatened to shoot my Great Pyrenees for getting out. Meanwhile, everybody's dogs around this neighborhood get out, right? But starting to shoot my Great Pyrenees. I had the gun in my hand. Don't know how it got there. Don't come back to my house with that shit or I swear I'll shoot first. I live in a toxic ass neighborhood. If I knew that the people were gonna be like this when I moved in, I never would. But I've lived in worse. I lived with crackheads. These people are just classy crackheads. They think they better than everybody, but in actuality, they're so small. They're so little. They don't even know what makes them happy. Don't even know what makes their soul and motivates them. But they're always ready to talk up. They were holding whole neighborhoods about me without me, honey. Having whole, what are they gonna do about the new neighbors? What you gonna do about the new neighbors is leave your new neighbors the fuck alone. Because you're not paying your new neighbor's mortgage. You ain't doing none of that shit. So what you gonna do about the new neighbors is shut the fuck up and be on your yard. You see, shit like that people never get over. That's how they introduce themselves to me. That's how I got introduced into the community. Not with love and kindness and embrace. No, with someone calling a fire marshal when I started burning my trash in my backyard. Because I was supposedly burning plastic. So if you always think it don't look like I'm smiling or trying to be neighborly like I was when I used to move in this bitch, I know my neighbors and I honor them in the way they honor me. Huh?
What's going on?
Nothing. I'm doing a video.
Okay.
What?
You seem very angry.
Oh, you know, you can come. I ain't gonna let him go off.
Yes?
I'm okay. I'm not gonna let myself go all the way in. Do I need a smoke break?
I don't know. I don't know what the fuck you're yelling about.
I saw one of the neighbors that had the powwow about us, and it just grinded my gears.
Maybe they're allowed to be here. They live in this neighborhood.
No, I know they live in this neighborhood. I'm allowed to be here too.
Yeah. But why are you getting upset?
I'm upset because every time I remember it, I get upset.
Okay.
And I want them to know never to come back in my yard again, threatening to kill my goddamn dog. And yes, I do need a smoke break.
Let me
Bring the dab to the front because I'm covered in pink. See, that's what we said. We got checks and balances around here. Cameras. The anger alarm went off. I got to stop being so angry. That's where the checks and balances comes from. It's the past. That's the past. I got to let it go because it's in the past. And therefore, the grace of God, they did not know what they were doing or who they were dealing with. You know, you get to know your neighbors first when you know you're dealing with a disabled veteran with some psychotic features before you start just making smooth and assumptions. Because I'll take everybody from you. I can't stand nastiness. I can't stand nasty pettiness or racism. It's one of the things that really gets to me. It grinds my gears. And it sets off my violent rages, which is why now I'm on bigger watch. If I just got my hands free one day. That's not how you treat people in America. Don't expect me to treat you better than you treat me. Never. Never again. I will never bow again. You never catch me on my knees unless I'm in front of my husband. I lived in Texas, where people had a problem with you. They came over to you and talked to you in your face. They didn't hold neighborhood meetings, especially in the country. When you live in the country, people came to have talks with you, politely. They didn't make neighborhood plans to conspire against you. I've never felt safe in this neighborhood ever. That's the way I am now. I don't feel safe. I was happy with my kids left. If I ever have to wild out there, I don't go to the neighborhood is just safe. Not for me. I'm not. And they keep me over and over and over again. I've had so many stupid phone calls to police over to my house. Stupid. If I wanted to touch it, I would already touched it. I don't come in your yard. Stop coming in mine. I ain't got to pretend to be up in what I ain't. Whew. Sometimes you just gotta get that stuff off your chest. Some of my darker thoughts, I gotta get it off my chest. If I sit there and let it fester in my mind, then I act them. If I sit there and I let them come out, then eventually someone will hear me and make me stop. There's nothing but a gate right there. That's what a caregiver is. That's why there are cameras. That's why there's this. And that's why I have a caregiver. Yeah. And he doesn't judge me. He gets it. I promise you I'm not going to get like the neighbors not come down.
It's more, it's taking away my zen, my calm.
Why would you? Oh, you got to listen to me.
Yeah. When you're over here yelling.
I didn't hear that I was yelling.
You were yelling loud. Like
Who?
people down at the fucking rodeo could hear your ass. You were screaming.
I was using my headset voice.
Yeah. So people at fucking Yokes could fucking probably hear.
Well, I guess you would. I bet they won't have no meetings about us in the neighborhood.
I'm just saying. Like, I'd like some peace and calm while
I will guarantee you some zen.
So how about we just not be yelling so I could.
If I can, you know how my thoughts go.
Okay.
If I can keep my thoughts under control and try to keep thinking positively, I distract myself every once in a while. And thank you for distracting me from that tangent I was on. I appreciate it.
Because, yeah, it's one of those, if you're going to be yelling, you might as well go inside because it's going to mess up my work.
Yeah, I don't want to mess up your work.
Oh,
I want you to have a good day, and I love you.
I love you too.
But the rage within is the rage within.
Yeah,
If it gets too bad.
Like I said, if it gets too bad, this is not a vital job.
What do you mean it's not vital? We're my rose garden, boy. Stop playing with vital in the fruit tree.
Less about this front yard.
Don't.
I'm picking
I will
on you.
fight you.
I'm the only one that's been working on it. You see all these bricks I pulled up?
I
You
know.
see those bricks over there waiting to go in?
That's why I'm so excited, because it's like I'm finally able to work. So if I can stay calm, I'll be able to work. If I can't stay calm, I'll go back on house arrest. I agree.
Sure.
So am I like, do I get a reprieve? Do I get no house arrest right now?
Yeah. Oh, you see the green frog crawling up
No.
the white the white.
Yes, I do. I haven't heard the frog yet. I usually hear him before I start seeing him. This yard has such a beautiful. You're gonna never get back out, buddy. That's gonna be the death of you. Don't do that. You're not digging up the house.
I gotta dig up that whole area. I gotta.
You probably got a lot of frogs to
Well,
rescue.
there's a leak right in that area. And I've
Can I
got.
pump out that pond today?
If you want, but
Where's the hose for it?
this is the only hose we have right now. This is the only water hose that we have.
I'll do the little harder because inside the house.
No, I cut it out for the winter piping issue. And the other one I haven't replaced yet. So the two on the back side.
So you have the nozzle separated? The thing for the nozzle
No,
separated?
those all busted. I bought a new one, but I haven't taken it out of the thing.
The farms are just a series of things busted.
Yeah.
You farm for love.
Huh?
You farm for love.
Well, and we need to get the man cage straightened up so we can store shit properly. So, like, I probably would have lost all those pumps if I had stored them properly. And they were just,
You were trying to do everything by yourself. You have some of that?
yeah, I got an action pump.
I'll do that myself.
Yeah, look at that.
in trouble. I'm not even halfway in trouble. All the way in trouble. This is why I'm not allowed to come outside. Ah! Yeah, I went in the house and got like all the way in trouble. Not a little in trouble, all the way in trouble. Because you don't fuss at me like that in front of nobody else with the camera on. So yeah, I have to go ahead and get in trouble. Because, like you said, it is between my thoughts, to be monitoring between my actions, and to be monitoring my words. Your words can lead to actions. They literally can. And thank God I have someone here helping me so my words don't unintentionally lead to me doing actions that I would later regret. Now, you see this, none of this is for me. I'm setting this out for our schools as well. I'm not hanging on, but I'm getting ready to do another ceremony for my brother. Just because we don't talk or he hasn't called back doesn't stop me from caring. And I don't care if I do care if I never talk to him again. I'm not going to say that because that's cruelty. I do care if I never talk to him again. But the fact of the matter is, it's not me that's stopping the conversation. It's him. So all I'm doing now is do my best to ensure his health. How am I doing it to us? I don't drink Hennessy. This bottle of Hennessy is going to be used for a ceremony for the African deity that helps with the crossroads and the death. It's Babawood. And I got him some grains, I got him some incense, I got him some my personal, I got him some fruit. I'm laying out the drink from my cousin, and of course, I'm taking the poison into myself. Don't think that this is starting a habit. This is only to see. And I got I'm using the kidney beans as my thing because I'm thinking that at least if we can get his kidney, I think he's dying from colon cancer. So if we can get at least his kidney flushed long enough, maybe they can do something. And if it can't save his life, at least it'll make his passing better and give him a better quality of life as he's passing. You know what I mean? You don't have to like somebody to love them. This is what I call my sacred tree. That tree grows 3 types of different cherries. Every year that tree is full of cherries. And I'm always fighting the birds to see if we get to them first. This year I hope I can get a net up on the cherry tree. This is peaceful. You see, just like that, after talking and doing some cognitive reasoning with my husband, I'm a lot calmer. I don't hate my neighbors. I despise the way my neighbors made me feel when I moved into this new neighborhood. Especially, I moved in, I had my bilateral pulmonary embolus in March of 2019, March 3rd of 2019. No, May 3rd of 2019, I'm sorry. So I had my pulmonary embolus May 3rd of 2019. And we closed, we were in the middle of buying the house, closing on the house. We closed on this house, I think it was May 30th. And so I'm just coming out of hospital, still feeling pretty rough, unable to do the things with the property that I want to do with no help. And my neighbors come to me with that mess and we're worried about saving my life. I think it's the timing. Timing is everything. You got to know what somebody else is going through before you choose to judge their situation. And my neighbors had no idea what I was going through. That still doesn't make it okay for them to threaten to shoot my dog. It doesn't make it okay for them to call the police on my son when he was walking. It doesn't make it okay for them, the neighbors to have a SWAT team at my house twice. It doesn't make it okay. But it's in the past. And I'm trying to learn to go. That's just the beginning. I gotta let that burn down. I can't take that shit. I did as much poison as I can. Now it's up to him. Whew. It's gonna be time for me to get back to cleaning. Poop eradication is my job. let's get some music in too. Oh, I don't want to wear this girl out early. Gotta be careful. I'm hurt my hip yesterday too. Shit. Where is Spotify? You know what? I might do YouTube right now. I've been doing Spotify. No, Spotify's been like giving me the same songs over and over again. I really hate that. I even used the DJ version and I'm still getting like the same song over and over again. It's agitating. So let me go to my YouTube. I don't pay for premium just for fun. And let's see if we can find us a good music list. Oh, let's see. I had the Temptations going yesterday. See, I don't like being my own DJ. I need a DJ. That's my problem. I'm going back to Spotify, guys, because my executive function when it comes to trying to find music to work to sours because there's certain stuff I want to listen to and I'm like, why can't it just all be compiled in one playlist? Well, that would take me doing it, wouldn't it? And I'm trying to get organized, but I'm not that organized yet. Oh. Without knowing. All I keep thinking about is her and my arms. Home from school, and she tells me how she really feels. This girl is one of a kind, and all I keep thinking about is her in my arms until she is mine. Woo. You better cool it down. You're gonna lose control. Slow it down. You're gonna fall in love. I'm gonna lose control. Cool it down. Slow it down. Fall in love. 'Cause all I keep thinking about is her. You ain't messed with her mind. If it feels the same, she'll let you know. And I hope that message stays in your mind. You're almost like a girl who's right on time. Who's one more thing that you got to know. Just cool it down. Stay in control. Words to live it by. Cool it down. You're gonna lose control. You better slow it down. You're gonna kill someone. And all I could thinking about is life in the pen. And I don't wanna go, 'cause I'm not built like that now. Listen to me, let me tell you, why you always messing up me? I know you really like to hurt a lot, but this time you're gonna get me in the pen. So why don't you try and just be my friend? So watch out. what's crazy is I really hate, you know, there are a lot of cherry pits over there, and some of them were starting to sprout manure. That's all good, but most of this stuff you see all these sprouted around, we don't cut them down. These are cherry trees. That's a cherry tree. That's a cherry tree. This used to be a big peach tree, but she had to be cut down. She had to be felled. She had gotten diseased. We couldn't take care of her either because I wasn't able to help. Which one of these little fuckers dug this hole in the front yard? Oh, I gotta show Rick that hole. That is a big hole. Slow it down. I'm not lose control. Trying to figure out which one of my dogs made it their mission to dig that hole. That is a big hole. No, you can't see it. But yeah, one of my dogs decided it was burrowing season up here. Oh. When you have pets, you gotta deal with shit. It's just a given. Wrap it up. You're gonna feel me flow. Feel me flow. Gonna holler if you hear me, yo. Come and feel me flow. Oh, come and feel me flow. You go, gotta golly if you hear me flow. Gonna hear me flow. I see a lot of these cherry seeds started sprouting in this poop. Crazy. This year, if I can keep up this energy level, I'm gonna try to take some of these cherry seeds and sell some cherry trees. There's nothing but opportunity on this land. And if I keep my mind on just this land, nothing bigger, nothing crazy, I can focus in this small world. Here we go, gotta holler if you hear me, yo, gotta feel me flow. Oh, come and feel me flow. Yeah, so this shark usually doesn't have pets in it, but my one dog, Athena, she is the mastiff. She eats poop. So now she doesn't eat her own poop, she eats the other dog's poop. And then she'll come in the house and she'll puke up a massive amount of foul puke in the house. And so I started letting her use my front yard to use her potty time because I could not deal with that foul stench. But now I'm gonna have to figure something different out because my front yard is gonna finally come together like I want it to. I know it is this year. Thanks to my doctor and my new meds and the fact that I'm being mindful. You know, days like that before my new meds, when my husband was trying to correct me on my anger and my attitude, that's him taking the bullet. Any other time, he would have been taking a bullet. So, I always know that society is safe as long as I have my husband. Because he's always willing to take any bullets I have meant for you. He'll take them. He ain't gonna never let me mess up the core of who I am, because no matter what, I'm a good person. Just because I have bad thoughts, just because I feel things deeply, and normal society enrages me. Normal society enrages a lot of people with autism. Let's just get that right. Normal society bothers everybody with autism. We don't understand it well. Some of us have a whole, like, we'll curl up and stop, and and just curl up and just let bad things happen. We didn't know how to fight back. And then once we do learn how to fight back, we don't know where the stop button is. We don't. All my buttons are retaliate. And that's so crazy for somebody so fucking loving. I mean, love hard, love deep, love strong, love with everything, love too much. And most of my rage and these impulse thoughts I have are not coming just at random for no reason. They're coming when something motivates them. Like remembering evil, watching people do evil. And I can't be one of those people that say that ain't my business. I'd rather see your whole life messed up so you can learn a lesson on how to treat humans. And that's bad. That's not my job. Or is it? A lot of times humans go around saying things that are a job. But maybe it's our job in society to tell people, this is not how you treat folks. I have never treated anybody like this neighborhood treated me in my whole life. If I'm angry or if I'm violent, it has nothing to do with racism. I am across the board this way. Nobody gets it different. And it's usually directed because somebody reminds me of something evil. Yada 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 yada. Body yada 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 yada. I ain't really out here doing all that. Body crazy, curvy waist, big little waist, body yada 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 yada. Yada 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 yada. Come up and make it. I ain't drink no more. Y'all ain't gonna see me out here breaking this down like that. I don't drink no more. I'm only a stripper when I'm drunk. Yeah, I call them pair of Baskins. Body yada 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 yada. That was years ago too. The Yellow Rose. I know a lot of folks used to work at the Yellow Rose in Texas. Body curves, little waist. Body yada 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 yada. Beefing by itself. You know anything though? Like I am with you. I don't think any of my feelings from the past are beef. I think I'm squashing beef in a sense. All the names that you've ever heard me name are written in the book. There's something Latin written about them. As much as I can control what Sabrina does in the working world, I can't control what she does at night when she goes to sleep. So if you're dreaming about her and the dreams are unpleasant, it's probably her. You can have a caregiver for everything else, but there are no caregivers in the dreaming. So beware. Y'all like being funny in the dreaming. Especially my buddy Dave in the dreaming likes to be real funny. That's okay though. In the dreaming is when I can really let loose. And then I see changes. And I ask myself, if life's worth living, should I blast myself? First I'm black, looking for a purse to snatch. Just chicken from zero. Kill a nigga, he's a hero. But you don't have kids. Man, from the welfare. They're gonna kill each other. Make them kill each other. Shut right back there was who was saying 2 shots to the bed was like who he's dead. And we're studying with each other. You get as near as friends, just 2 distant strangers. Never get as close to you. But things change, and that's the way it is. That's just the way it is. Things don't ever be the same. That's just the way it is, honey. I love you. Time, peace, brother. That's just the way it is. Things will never be the same. That's just the way it is. Hates it. That's acting right, because it goes black and white. I smoke crack tonight. And yet, wish you saw that, see that part. They could have seen fat and it's filled with blacks. Simply showing from the coke game. Gonna do have to reveal and appeal to the brother in you. Make the easy way. I made a cheat today. Selling crack to the kids. I gotta get paid. But that's the way it is. Man, my brother used to sell crack to my mama. My cousin used to go buy packs on her payday. And just to make sure she spent all her money with them. What's that? What they do that at? Where you go wait for your family to get their monthly health check, and then you wait and you ensure that you're the one dealing with them. There's a part of you in yourself that you say, I'm doing the right thing. I knew I'd find this is for Sonny. What part of you in your soul thinks that when somebody you love is on drugs, you should be the one profiting from it? I don't care if you sold it. The one person you should have never showed it to is your folks. All money ain't good money. Some of that money is blood money. And y'all dying fast, and it's coming back on you for those things. Do not push drugs to your community. And the truth is, what we don't recognize yet is this whole world is our community. I wish there was something more I could do. Rat tat 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 tat, and that's the way it is. I wish I didn't feel so much, like I could just turn off my emotions and be like, that's it, I'm not feeling no more. My brother's so hard. I hear him in my head all the time. With me in spirit, that is for sure. He was supposed to be with me on this farm. Me and Chris, when we were kids, were peas in the pod, man. When Baba Oye wants to be heard, make sure you find everything you need. I know my line's open and I know it will be answered. My faith in this universe is nothing but my faith in the cosmic reality that I actually know. Well, that's that mustard seed y'all are looking for. You gotta find a way to know that you do have power. And if you can't change it over here, change as much as you can in your dreams. Look at that lion, they eat there. Say this. He do a lot of this, he do a little that. He's selling them drugs. He's selling them drugs. He's been locked up by somebody else. So what? So what? And that'll mean nothing. Say love me, gotta trust me. The only time I drink this much ice water is in the summer. Can't stand cold water in the wintertime. In the summertime, I drink it like a slave in the field. He's selling them drugs. He's been locked up by somebody else. He's nothing but a thug. Whoa! Say more, say what? But boy, I'm coming. Thank you, sir. I know that you're going to hear me. You told me, and I trust in you. I trust in my ancestors. And what I'm doing, I'm not doing for me. The only thing I want for me, in honesty, is to hear his voice one more time and say goodbye. That's it. The man that I love, that kid is still in there. And I don't care about our beef. He can be hurt by what I said all day, I will. I'm hurt by what he did. We can compare hurts. Or we can end this right. And for me, on my part, I'm not going to leave here with regrets. In the end, I'm back when we make that choice. Unless you know not to make the choice. And you know it. Do you throw it? Throw it. Down. And generate her up. Now. Yes, you know it. 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 She. Go in. Let it go in. Feel the motion. You know it. Nigga, throw it. He's got me going up, down. Now. Because. Go on, kiss her, home kiss her. Go on, here's a little much kiss her. Go on, kiss her. Go on, kiss her. You know it. You know it. Nigga, throw it. And nigga going up, down, money, now. I can tow it. Pay for it. $9 cost. throw it. And up, down. Now, you know it. Nigga, throw it. And up, down. Now. Still that I ain't found none. And go out tigers. Let's start a riot. Let's start a riot. This is gonna be my private pond area, meditation. That area right there is gonna be not green. This stream right here is gonna be rocked up. And then around here, everything else around here is like flower trees and stuff, rose bushes. Trying to see if my roses, this is my big girl. Think I'm done. Now, silly me came outside with one club, and I need to get that whole thing from around there, so I'm hoping I can do this with my left hand. This is my favorite rose bush. You ain't need it. Now I think I'm done. Fuck that shit, let's start a riot. Okay, I might need some wire cutters. Let me go get a phone. Ah, shit. I'm about to go put this on charger.